Before we go to public things, can we get an update from Andy on some of the things we have going on?
Oh, yeah. There were, I sent the commission a memorandum on it, and there are two issues. With regard, as you recall, I sent a memorandum out to the City Commission with regard to a records request made to the Arlington Family Foundation, several of them, with regard to just to get back up so we can complete our file on the expenditures of the $30,000. I had received no response whatsoever, although I understand that there was some family situations with Ms. Feagin. Though this afternoon around 3:30, I did get a call from an attorney that the Arlington Park Family Foundation retained for the purposes of responding to my inquiries. The attorney was quite forthcoming and indicated that they were trying to gather the material, and he indicated that it would be about a 30-day period to do so. That was the only disappointing part of it.
Can I hold your hand a minute so the other commissioners will know? Mae Francis had moved to Fort Lauderdale when you were sending the mail, and you know how we are. We don't think it's important, but as soon as I got your memorandum, I contacted Mae Francis, and she immediately responded. That attorney letterhead doesn't mean anything. That's the person going to help them put together what they need, because they did not file a 990 form. So they're working on a financial statement.
Yeah, and that, the gentleman indicated that so much, so it leaves us. I was coming in here this evening with the because at that point I had sent several letters to two different addresses, and hadn't received anything. But I think our options with regard to the Arlington family are one, we could either wait for the response from this attorney. Now, the 30 days was disappointment. When I was coming in here, my first inclination before I got that call, so if I at 3 o'clock this afternoon, I was going to indicate that, because I do believe these are public records, because it was the expenditure of public monies, that we take judicial action to seek these records. Now, given the fact that this attorney called, we can do one of two things. We can wait and see whether the attorney can provide them. I thought 30 days was a long period of time, but or two, we can file the action, abate it, file the action, abate it, let them know that we're going to file the litigation action. If we don't, at least get some rolling discovery. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to give us everything at once. But I don't want to be in a situation where we wait 30 days, and at the end of 30 days, we don't have anything, and then we wasted 30 days. If I have the authority to file the action, at least I can call the attorney and say, look, I have the authority. If within a few days I see some documents that basically bona fides that it's good faith, then I can at least file the action, have it. You don't even have to answer it.
I can move, if you want a motion for that, or you just want common consent, because I can make a motion to that effect, because I know she has the material.
Yeah, if you can give me the authority to file the action, at least I can get it started. I can work this with the gentleman, because he sounded very forthcoming, but I at least have that clock.
That the city attorney be given the opportunity to file whatever litigation it takes to get the records from the Arlington Park Family, Inc.
Yeah, I think that's
I
right.
had, before I get a second, I guess Commissioner Gantz and then Vice Mayor Miller had their like.
Yeah, and I can definitely buy into that. My frustration is this. This is not something that was a surprise, and they might not have gotten the letter, but they're certainly aware of it because it's been in the newspaper. Mae Francis was interviewed in the newspaper, so she was aware of it. And the fact that here we are on a Tuesday evening right before we go to a commission meeting, that suddenly now we're getting a response from an attorney that we're going to do something about this, to me sounds like it's a lot of stalling. So whatever we need to do, we need to move full force ahead on this. I understand there's some issues there, and the bottom line is this is unacceptable. I think this is stalling. They knew about this. Whether they got the letter or not, I don't care where it was sent. The bottom line, if they got interviewed by the newspaper, one would wonder why someone's calling me on this. To get this at the last minute, to me, is unacceptable. So I would move full speed ahead on this. And I hope everyone who got public dollars is fully cooperating. And I hope that is the case with all of them.
That'll be a second part. I have a second part once we finish this, yeah.
Okay, so what was the do I have?
The motion, if the motion is for Andy to move forward and file a lawsuit to get it, then I second the commissioner's motion.
Okay, could I have roll call, please?
Yes, Commissioner Gant,
Yes.
Commissioner Poitier,
Yes.
Commissioner Popelski, Vice Mayor Miller,
Yes.
and Mayor Nolan.
Yes.
Now, the